Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
I'm going to try to be as courteous and kind as possible. Because you all know what I say to you. Every time you turn on a video, I tell you guys, welcome to Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. And I mean that. I might not always say things that make you agree with me, but that's not the point. The whole point of me saying a safe space for wrestling fans is so fans of all kinds everywhere can come on this channel and talk about wrestling, say what they want to say, and not be criticized, and not be demeaned, and not be treated like crap.
It's so WWE to have two great shows. Then this.
Absolutely, Aaron, sure I would. I do my best to open the doors for everyone to come in and express their opinions. So, when I tell you I'm about to tear this show apart, it's a warning to all you fans who have the opinion that this show is great. Just letting you know right now, you thought the show was great, you thought the show was fantastic, absolutely amazing. Here's your warning. Leave the video now. This is not the video for you. Find a different reviewer. Find someone else out there that loved this show as much as you do and subscribe to them. Because maybe that's where you should be. That's me being kind and courteous. So now let's get to the real issue. That being the show. This show is trash. Smackdown, believe it or not, has actually gotten worse than Raw. I enjoyed Raw this past week. Oh my goodness, what kind of time zone are we in? Remember the days when Raw used to be worse than SmackDown? Remember all those days we were saying SmackDown's the real A show? And then all of a sudden, Vince and Bruce Pritchard got their hands on it, and it became the D show, let alone the F show? This is awful. This is the worst wrestling show in existence right now. And this is coming from someone who doesn't watch ROH, who doesn't watch Impact Wrestling. And I can most likely, almost 99% assume those shows are a little bit more easier to watch than this. Just a little bit more. It's definitely worse than a 3-hour Raw. How the hell did this show manage to be worse than 3 hours of Raw? Now, I am going to explain why I feel this way. I'm not just someone who comes up here and just, complains just to complain. I will go into detail on why I think this show sucks. And then you down below have the right and the freedom to comment about what I have to say. Now, fair warning. I should tell you this, because some people like to test my patience, if you will. Because before I even came on here, I tweeted, I think it was the Solid Monster. This is the worst wrestling show in wrestling today, right? Within 3 seconds, you're a moron. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Literally, either 2 or 3 people tweeting, and I checked their profile. It's only like one of those profiles that have like 5 followers, 5 to 10 followers. No one really cares about them. But since Twitter is the cesspool of negativity, they have a voice. So, you're a moron. Not even giving constructive feedback like, hey, that's your opinion, man, but I disagree. I enjoyed the show. And that's okay. You can say that. But once you jump that line to insults, you're a moron. That just tells me I'm right. So, I should let you know right now. You're going to call me a moron? Go right ahead. Because all you're doing it's just proving me right. And I'll tell you what, I won't block you, which is something I would usually do because I don't tolerate that crap. I won't tolerate people coming on this channel. I don't usually tolerate those kind of responses, those kind of comments. You're stupid, you're a moron, you're mentally retarded for, I don't know, liking a certain wrestler, liking a certain show. What's wrong with people who think that way? Anyone can like anything they want. There are people out there that like Legends of Wrestling. I was going to say Reality of Wrestling, which they should, because that's Booker T's show. But Legends of Wrestling, one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. People actually like that show for wrong reasons, but they like it. They have that right. I'm not going to call them idiots for liking it. I'm not going to sit here and agree with them. But everyone has a right to like someone, or like or dislike something. I don't care. It's your right. I'm not going to call you an idiot for that. And people who do that don't deserve to have a voice in this channel. You deserve to be blocked. You deserve to be deleted. But for this particular video, I am going to let you have your place. Because every person that calls me a moron, that says I'm an idiot, is just reaffirming once again that this show is crap. And it's made for people like you. The ones who call me idiots, the ones who call my fans idiots, the ones who just go out of their way to bully, demean everyone who don't like this show.
Is this show worse than when Jinder was WWE champ?
It's getting to the point where it's at least on the same level, if not worse. I'm getting those same vibes. Thank you, Cameron, for the donation, by the way. I'm getting those same vibes. I'm getting Jinder Mahal era vibes. It's that bad. And it will stay that bad as long as certain people are in charge.
That sounds like most of the community nowadays.
Well, see, I have my own community. I have created my own community of awesome wrestling fans who aren't like that. I wholeheartedly believe a majority of the people who are watching me right now, everyone in the live chat, by the way, shout outs really quickly to the following people: Apex Gamer, King Mike Tuds, JTTV2, Tan May, you're new, what's up Tan May, Psychosis, Joseph Winters, Aaron Thomas, Elias Ademi, Coltrane, sorry I keep saying your name wrong, buddy, I did not mean to do that, still love you, RPV, Axel Bonella, Chance Games, Ken Terminated by Google, so many others, WWE Fan, Mr. Trousiness. All of you are not that. Because for the most part, all of you who come on here, you come on here to talk wrestling. Not to agree with me. I don't give a shit whether you agree with me or not. This is a safe space for you to talk about wrestling. Just so we're on the same page here, I would think if you guys were in this seat and I was out there with you, you would be doing the same thing to me. And that's what I respect about my fan base.
What is up with WWE and dog food recently?
We will get to that in a second, I promise you. So to all the people calling me a moron for not liking this show, first off, thank you. Because you're just reaffirming me why, once again, WWE needs to change what they're doing. Because if this show is attracting people like you, oh, something definitely needs to change. Thank you for the subscription. Let's get to this goddamn episode of SmackDown. Enough padding you guys with the beginning of this. You already know what this is going to be. I hope you guys enjoy it. We opened up the show with Caught That Yes Man and his brothers, his Usos, the Usos, and Roman Reigns opened up the show. And we're thinking, okay, this feud with Baron Corbin is done. What's next for Roman Reigns? Nope. Of course not. We still gotta keep this crap going. Roman comes out, mentions that he lost the Royal Rumble, and just moves on because Randy Orton on Raw gets thrown over the top rope, loses the Rumble. He attacks his brother, his self-professed brother, his best friend Edge, and tries to take his career away from him because he was thrown over the top rope in the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns loses the Rumble. Okay. No big deal. I'm the big dog. I'm the big dog. Woo, 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 woo. And then out comes Baron Corbin and his court. The stupidest thing. Like, what? Again, I still don't understand why Rude and Ziggler are with Corbin, besides the fact that they're bad guys. We're all bad guys, so we're together. That's so lazy. Oh, but the cherry on top. It is announced that we are getting yet another 6-man tag involving all 6 of these guys. The King's Court versus the Samoan Dynasty. I like that name. We'll go with that. The Samoan Dynasty. And this time, the loser gets to eat dog food. Aren't you guys excited? Shoot me. The only person that was excited for this match was Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You know he was, that's some good shit. You know he was, laughing his ass off on that final segment. The only person doing it. But you know what? I don't even blame Vince all that much, because when the match was announced, the crowd there was chanting, yes, 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 give us crap, give us crap. Literally. Y'all did it. Y'all chanted less for crap. But I guess you have that right? I gotta put that in there because this is a safe space. Maybe some of y'all who were live were the ones chanting yes. So you have that right to chant for crap, but it was crap. Anyways, we're already off to a bad start. That was an omen of what was to come. Next up is number 1 contendership fatal 4-way tag match, I suppose. I'm gonna assume that's what it was supposed to be. It wasn't made clear, but the winners get to fight the New Day at Super Showdown. Gotta get that Saudi money, baby. Heavy Machinery taking on John Morrison and The Miz, Lucha House Party, and The Revival. Quick side note, it was reported and confirmed by wrestling websites like Fightful.com and PWI Insider. And of course, Ryan Satin, who was very famous on WWE Backstage.
The saddest thing is that we know Roman is still facing the Fiend after all of this. The dog food be poisonous.
Oh man, I don't want to have to think that way, but see what you got my fans doing, WWE? You got them asking crazy questions like that. Love you, Aaron. Thank you for the donation, by the way. But it was reported that the Revival not only asked for their releases again last week. This is the second time they asked for their release, by the way. They were also offered lucrative contracts to stay. And again, based off of my sources, Fightful.com and PWI Insider and Ryan Satin, the amount was, if not close to, maybe $700,000 a year. They were going to pay both Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder separately $700,000 a year with less dates to stay and wrestle for WWE. That was their contract. You don't have to wrestle as much as these guys do. You get to wrestle a certain amount of weeks, a certain amount of days. We pay you a certain amount of money for you to stay. For what, the next 5 years, I'm assuming. And the Revival turned it down. They turned it down. If that is true, not saying it's not true, but if it is true, they're done. That is all you need to know, that they're out of here. That is the best that is going to get for the Revival. I seriously doubt WWE will pay them $1 million to stay. Now, they're paying Edge, I think $3 million for 3 years. I think it's like 3 years, getting paid $3 million for less dates. No offense to the Revival, but I don't think the WWE values them on the same level of Edge. because that's what's going to get them to stay. If they get paid $1 million, see, this is where even I have to take off my fandom hat and go, if the Revival actually get lucky enough, if WWE is so desperate to pay them $1 million a year with less dates to get them to stay, hell, first off, I would take that. But holy crap, that's saying a lot. Think about that for a minute. This is the Revival. I love Dawson and Wilder. Please. I love them as a tag team. But paying them $1 million a year? It's a bit much, don't you think? So I don't see it happening. Quite frankly, if they don't accept this, I think WWE themselves are like, no, this isn't worth it. Bye. So they're out the door. And it was shown in the SAG match. Because they got pinned. They ate the pinfall from the dirt sheet, which was John Morrison and The Miz. So John Morrison and The Miz will go on to fight the New Day. That Super Showdown. A show that no one will watch. Unless the match that I'm hearing, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the match that I'm hearing rumored is Sting versus Taker. If they make that match official, first off, I will hate them for it. And I will hate them for it because I will have to watch the show for that. I hate that I just said that. I will kill. I will shoot. I will do whatever. Whatever bodily harm to myself if I end up watching that show because of Sting versus Undertaker. But that will end up happening if they announce Sting versus Undertaker, which, by the way, I hope they don't. If they don't, we're good. I can skip the show happily and just pretend it never existed. But I'm afraid, I am terrified. Absolutely terrified. That is going to be the main event. Sting versus Undertaker. Now, this is not me speaking it into existence. This is me saying that could, in fact, be the match we see. Yeah, I agree. Way too late. Way too late. It was a little late in 2011. Hell, it was late in 2015, but I would have taken it in 2015. But we're doing it way past late in 2020 when both men are literally on their last legs. Oh, Lord. I'm so happy the Revival is getting the hell out of there. Because you know they're going to be so happy. So freaking happy to be done with this crap. Heavy Machinery is seen backstage, stewing over their loss. And then in walks in Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Pause. Can we just talk about how unrealistically scripted these segments are? Have you guys ever seen a stage show? You know how when actors come out and talk, they're always facing, their bodies are always facing the audience, and they're talking to people like this? How are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like, this is how I would be talking to you if we were on stage. This is not how you talk to someone. This is how you talk to someone. These segments have become so unrealistically scripted and planned out and fake that it actually hurts the stories. It hurts the stories. It hurts the wrestlers. It hurts a lot of what WWE is trying to do. And that's what happened with this segment. It's just like, we see them stewing. Heavy Machinery, Otis, and Tucker are stewing. And then we hear, "Hey, Otis." Here comes Mandy. Camera goes to Mandy. She pauses because the crowd's going to cheer her. And then she goes, "Hi, Otis. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your match tonight. I hope you do better in the future." And then here comes Otis. "I don't know, Tucker. She's right here. Should I tell her?" Tucker's like, "You know, Otis, I think you should tell her. Because you've been working on this for the longest time." And then Sonya, "Oh my God, guys, you are right here. We can hear you." And then Otis, and his, by the way, I love Otis, but he's like, Mandy, I don't know. O-E-I-E-O. But I think I like you. O-E-I-E-O. Will you O-E-I go out on a O-E-I date with O-E-I me? And Mandy's like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I got things to do next Friday. But I am free next Friday. The Friday after next. And he's like, no, okay. That would have actually made the segment great. He didn't say that. He's like, ha, ha, he, ho, he. It is literally beat for beat. I know I was exaggerating, but believe it or not, when you watch the segment, it was just like that. It was that wooden. It was that rehearsed. It was that bad. Don't kill what I'm already thinking is the best thing you got going on in SmackDown. I love Otis and Mandy. Everything they've done so far has been great. Crap like this is going to kill it. And I am scared that their segment in 2 weeks is going to be something just as bad and planned and scripted. Oh my God, Otis. What are you eating? I am eating ham, Mandy. Because I like ham. Delicious. What do you like to eat? Oh, Otis, I'm glad you asked that. I like to eat donuts. I had to think about it for a second. What does she like to eat? They have a YouTube channel like eating donuts. I like to eat donuts. Watch it be like some kind of a brand donut that they got a sponsorship with. I hate the people who script this crap. Go away. Leave wrestling alone. Let us wrestling fans enjoy this in peace. Next up, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross took on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Who won this match? I forgot who won the match. Hold on. Oh, Alexa and Nikki won. Did they just win clean? Yeah, they won clean. And apparently this was a match to determine who will fight the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team titles. Okay. So there you go. They're going to fight the Kabuki Warriors, I'm assuming, at the next pay-per-view because they're not going to Super Showdown. Unless they manage to do the whole, well, the women are going to make history and perform in Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia. We're changing the culture. Oh my goodness. I swear to Christ. If that's what happens. Again, I am going to do whatever bodily harm to myself I can if it comes out that they're doing this match and then I have to watch it because Sting and Taker happens. Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. Moving on. Braun Strowman beat Shinsuke Nakamura and became, surprisingly enough, a champion. That's right. Braun Strowman, the man who was allergic to championships for, I don't know, what seemed like 3 years. Has he even won one? Well, he was a tag team champ, but that was it. He hasn't won a single championship until tonight. And I was thinking, well, Nakamura is going to fight Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, so there's no way in hell Strowman's going to beat him. And to my surprise, Braun Strowman beat Nakamura. What? Okay. So Strowman is now your IC champion. Good. Why does it feel like this? Why does this feel like it's not going to last long? Maybe because Strowman has been booked like crap for so long, I don't expect him to book him strongly. And if the plan is to do Braun Strowman versus Daniel Bryan, I don't know if you want to do that. That's not going to help Strowman at all. I think the plan is to do Nakamura and Bryan, and I do think it's for the IC title. So, which means Strowman is a transitional champion. They just gave him this title just to say, all right, our bad, Strowman. We've been booking you like crap, so here you go. Nothing really to develop anything. It's not to, culminate Strowman's struggle that he's been trying to make a name for himself the last 5 years or so. It's just a thing that they did because. But anyways, enjoy while you have it. Braun Strowman is your new IC champion. And then afterwards, Sami Zayn, who once again, I'm trying to understand why he is a manager and not wrestling. One of the best wrestlers today is a manager. He's not hurt. He's healthy. And he's bouncing around working with Cesaro and Nakamura. Why? I don't know. It's like the King's Court. Why are they together? Why are these guys together? It was never explained. But whatever. He's backstage complaining about it was a sham. It was a travesty. It was a setup. And then here comes Elias, who got a pop. He started playing the guitar, interrupting Sami Zayn on screen, and I'm just like, what? Who is this supposed to entertain? The only people that like this are 50-year-olds older. Yeah, 50-year-olds and older. This is who this is supposed to appeal to. 50-year-olds and older. Sorry. I try to gauge people's opinions and I love Jericho. I like Edge. I love Edge, excuse me. I love all of those guys who've been there for such a long time. I do feel like a few of them still have their finger on the pulse. But I have to remember, when they say I liked it, I have to go, wait, how old are they? They're pushing 50. And I go, oh yeah, of course you would like it. This is something that you grew up with. So, whenever one of your favorites, like Jim Cornette or anybody that's over the age of 50 or close to it tells you that they like it, understand that this show was made for people like them and not for us. The people who are younger than 40, the ones who actually are making the money, are working the economy. But whatever, right? Elias keeps interrupting them with his guitar. And then here come Cesaro, who gets his ass kicked by Elias. Because Cesaro, right? He's supposed to be a main event player and would be a main event player on any other show. Even NXT, he'd be a main event player. On any other show besides Raw and SmackDown. On AEW, he'd be a main event player. In New Japan, he would be a main event player. In any other wrestling promotion in existence, he would be a main event player. But here on SmackDown, he is a freaking nobody. And that is a travesty. That, Sami Zayn, is a travesty. You know what else is a travesty? Shorty G. Sheamus took on... You know what? We're done. We are done with that name. That was the last time you will ever hear me say that awful name. It's Chad Gable. Chad Gable is not short. Chad Gable is average height. 5'8" is not short. I am 5'9". I am not short. I was at one point the tallest boy in my class. I am average height. If you're above 6'1", you are considered tall. So just because you are tall, everyone below you does not mean that they are short. You idiots. And I am calling the people in the company, the people writing the show, idiots, not the people who are watching the show. Because once again, this is a safe space for wrestling fans. I'm not calling you idiots. I think that mentality is stupid. That's another way of me not calling you stupid. I'm just saying that mentality is. If you believe that Chad Gable is short because he's shorter than other people in the company, that's dumb. He's not. He's average height. And this storyline doesn't work. I do appreciate that Chad went out there in Lakers clothing and tribute to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. That was nice. But this whole gimmick is crap. It's crap. And on Twitter right now, I am tweeting, drop Shorty G. I am tweeting that out. Hashtag drop Shorty G. Or hashtag drop Shorty G name. One of those hashtags. I am tweeting that out to WWE today, tomorrow, whenever I can, to make a point that this is stupid. It is dumb. 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 He's Chad Gable. He was getting over just fine as Chad Gable. When he was not getting TV time, no, he wasn't getting over. But when he was Chad Gable during the King of the Ring tournament, he was getting over just fine. And then you gave him this stupid gimmick, which, look, I am positive this was made as a rib. This was made as a rib to embarrass him. This was not made to make him get over. This was made to embarrass him, to get a laugh from Vince McMahon. And I'm supposed to be happy that he's getting TV time, right? I'm supposed to be happy that he's making money. I'm not. I think this is embarrassing. I think short-term wise,
Shorty G probably also thinks he has a Shorty D.
damn, man. See what you making my fans do? Don't make fun of Gable like that, y'all. What was I saying? Thank you for the donation, by the way. Yeah, I think it's absolutely stupid that we're tolerating this because he's making money on TV. No, short term, that's a good thing. But long term, it's going to make it even harder for him to get over. It's making it harder for him to connect with the audience because everyone's going to see him as that idiot with a stupid name who just sat there and went, hey, everyone's calling me short. Although I'm not short. Believe in yourself. Like, do you have a mental disorder, dude? Like, not Gable, the performer, but the character. The character feels like someone who has a mental disorder because he thinks he's short, but he's not really short. Hornswoggle is short. You're not Hornswoggle. There are women who are shorter than you. Alexa Bliss, I love her, but she's short. Alexa is short. She's short. She's okay with being short. Do you call her Shorty Bliss? No, because that's stupid. Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick is short. He's shorter than Chad Gable. But we don't call him Shorty Maverick. He lost to Sheamus. Chad Gable lost to Sheamus. So now I'm wondering, what are we trying to do here anymore? I thought we were doing this to get him over. And if it would have worked, I would have shut my mouth. Like, okay, I don't like it, but at least it's getting him over. It's not working. It's not working. Not only is it not getting him over, it's making his job worse. He can't get over. He was already over to a certain extent. And then you killed that momentum. So you're proving me right, which is why I'm upset, which is why I'm complaining. This is stupid. And for people to sit back there and be okay with this. This is why I call this the worst wrestling show in the world. Because ROH might be going through some craziness right now, but I don't see any crappy names like that name that I'm not going to say anymore. We're done with it. We're not going to play it up. His name is Chad Gable. Chad Gable, an Olympian. Ready, willing, Gable. He got over extremely well on NXT as Chad Gable. He got over extremely well on SmackDown in 2016 when he came up with American Alpha. He was fine as Chad Gable, tag teaming with Shelton Benjamin. And then they took him off TV. Only for him to come back on 205 Live and then do such an awesome job on 205 Live as Chad Gable that Vince McMahon put him back on SmackDown. Gave him TV time because of his performance on 205 Live as Chad Gable. So, I'm a fan of Chad Gable. I will always love Chad Gable, and I wish the best for Chad Gable. I will not support him with this name. I can't, and I refuse to. And unfortunately, I see a lot of fans following in my footsteps. We got a recap of The Fiend and Daniel Bryan's match at the Royal Rumble. We see video footage of Bryan telling us that his wife was not comfortable with him taking that beating, saying that it was too much. And Bryan told her, yeah, it is too much, but I love it that much. And I want my daughter to one day live a life where she loves something so much that she can't stop doing it either. How ironic would it be if it was wrestling? Is this when we get the main event? Are we almost done with this crap? I just want to be sure. Because I just want to be done with this. Oh, no, it's not. This is where we get Bayley and Naomi. So, by default, the best part of the show was this segment with Bayley and Naomi. So here comes Bayley. She starts talking about, I told you I was going to beat Lacey Evans. I'm the best in the world. I'm the women's champ. I'm the true role model, getting that heat. And then here comes Naomi. And then everyone goes, huh? A fresh matchup. What? I want to see this program. Naomi gets in the microphone, starts talking about how Bayley never beat her and she's sick of her talking her mess. Bayley cuts her off by smacking her with that microphone. And then Naomi fights back And we're off to the races. Naomi versus Bayley. Now it's time for SmackDown to ruin this by making this match happen 10,000 times until we're sick of it. And then do one title match. After having them, wrestle 2,000 times where Naomi beats Bayley. Because that's how we establish feuds now. Naomi has to pin the champion clean in a singles match. Which I know a lot of you aren't bothered by. I hate. As a fan, that's something I can't stand. If you're going to pin the champion, do it in a tag match. That would be okay. Don't pin them in a singles match. And then face them again for the championship. That's stupid. If you pin the champion, you deserve to be champ. Simple as that. I hate that. That's dumb. If she pins the champion clean, she should be champion. Done. That's how I feel. That's how I think championship should be treated. But that's something completely different. Knowing WWE, they're not going to take this seriously. And I want them to. I want them to give Naomi and Bayley a story to work with. But they're not. This is going to be a bland-ass story. I can already tell you what's getting ready to happen next week. Naomi's going to fight some random woman, Carmella. She'll fight Carmella. Bayley's going to be ringside with the championship on commentary. I'm the best champion. Naomi gets in her face. Bayley gets in the ring, beats her ass up after the match or during the match, causing a disqualification. And then that adds heat to the feud. Because that's one-on-one wrestling, right? That's boring. Let's do something different. Let's get something new for these girls. Is that too much to ask for? Yeah, it is. Let's move on. Main event. Okay, here we go. The main event. The quote-unquote final confrontation between Corbin's King's Court and the Samoan Dynasty. Yeah, right. I guarantee you they're going to fight again in the future. But this is supposed to be the closer of the feud because it started with dog food and it's ending with dog food. Please let this be it. The match happened. I don't know what that crowd was smoking, if they were drunk. But they were all like, yeah, eat dog food. Michael Cole, who was seriously getting on my nerves. I hate commentary when it comes to main roster WWE. I hate it. Oh my god, the dog food stinks! It stinks! Smells like a dog kennel in here. It stinks! Again, Vince McMahon backstage. Oh, that's some good shit. So the match happened. Roman and the Usos win. So guess what that means? Baron Corbin gets to eat dog food. Right? They do what they did to Roman. They hook him up with handcuffs over the ring post. And because, we loved it the first time when it was happening to Roman.
Is the Roman Corbin feud finally over? Thank God.
I don't say that yet, buddy. I don't know. I wish it was almost over. But because we loved it the first time, we're doing it again. Corbin gets handcuffed to the turnbuckle. They grab these big ass buckets of dog food that look disgusting. They just start pouring it over him. And we're supposed to find this entertaining. Like, dude, no. The only person that finds this entertaining is you, Vince, Bruce. And that was the end of the show. This was awful. SmackDown once again, and I already said this before at the beginning of the video, in case you're watching this later, is easily the worst wrestling show today. And the ironic part is, it's making the most money out of any wrestling show. It's getting $1 billion for 5 years. And it is ironically the worst wrestling show. Fox got swindled. WWE swindled Fox. Fox gave WWE $1 billion to produce the worst wrestling show, period, on TV today. And this is the kicker. You ready for this? It's WrestleMania season, guys. It's WrestleMania season. This is when the shows are supposed to be good. It would make sense. No, it wouldn't make sense, but it would be forgivable, more forgiving, if this was like a rut. Like some kind of a rut in between periods, like after WrestleMania. They do this just to kind of pass the time. That's something. This isn't a rut. This is literally in the midst of WrestleMania season. And this is what we get.
The dog kettle match from '99 was better than this.
You're probably right, Notorious. You're probably right, buddy. But yeah. In the midst of all of this, of WrestleMania season, this is the kind of show we get. So what do you think we're going to get after WrestleMania season? Let me just reiterate that real quickly. When we're actually trying to make people excited for WrestleMania, this is the show we get. What do you think we're going to get when WrestleMania season is over? See, Raw guys act together.
WWE creative job is to make Vince happy. Period.
Yeah, it's a one-man show. Anyways, Raw guys act together. Paul Heyman did what he had to do to get them through that rut when he first got in, but I'm now starting to see the fruits of his labor. There are some things I don't like. I still hate the Lana, Lashley, and Liv stuff. I think that's horrible. I hate it. But for the most part, I'm enjoying what they're doing on Raw. I enjoyed 3 hours of Raw. I did.
Who do you think will win Super Bowl 54?
What's the Super Bowl? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't watch football. Yeah, like it's getting to the point now where if 3 hours of Raw is better, something's wrong with you. By default, SmackDown should be better because it's 2 hours, right? How the hell is a 3-hour Raw better than your show? That's an issue. That's a major issue. And the Fox executives should be like, what the fuck are we paying you for? But they're not going to care. Fox is not going to care until people stop watching. Once those ratings tank and they get below 2 million, then they're going to go, okay, we're paying you $1 billion to make people watch this station, celebration station. Anyways, make them watch this station, and then here you are drawing people away. You went from 4.2 million viewers on your debut to below 2 million. You best believe they're going to be up Vince and Bruce's asses. It's part of the reason why their stocks are dropping. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. WWE stocks dropped not that long ago.
You ain't watching cause Texans are not in it, lol.
What's the Texans? WWE stocks dropped because apparently one of the CEOs or the people in charge next to Vince McMahon quit. They just quit because the ship is sinking. They was like, yeah, we're not going to be a part of this. This is embarrassing. This is not what wrestling fans want. So all that crap about Triple H, Stephanie, Vince, and Shane coming out and saying, we're going to give you what you want. In 2018, bullshit. Bullshit. They're not going to give you what you want. They're going to give Vince what he wants. That is what Vince wants. What you saw tonight on SmackDown. That is a Vince McMahon show. But I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because he's the one paying them. He has so much money where he will have people do whatever the hell they want. But it's getting to the point now where it's like, okay, guys, your careers are taking a hit because of this. Think about long term. Like, after you make all this money and you let him treat you like crap, your value goes down. Your stock goes down. To the point where you have no choice but to stay. Is this what you want? Is this your dream? Is that your dream? Because if that is your dream, let me know and I'll get off your ass. I will be like, you know what? You're living the dream. Go have fun. But I seriously doubt majority of the wrestlers there want to deal with that. I can tell you right now, Nakamura wants out. Kairi Sane probably wants out. Asuka probably wants out. The Revival especially want out because they are gone immediately when their contract expires in the spring.
I think Orton's explanation for attacking Edge will be that he did it to save Edge from himself. So he did to stop him from further ruining his career.
Probably, buddy. Probably. Thank you for the donation. It's embarrassing. It is an embarrassment to all the wrestlers, female and male. Thank God for NXT and AEW. Thank God for AEW. Because now these wrestlers have a place to go to not tolerate this crap. They have leverage to tell WWE, get your act together or we're not going to deal with this. So that's my review. That's SmackDown for you. I hope you enjoyed my ranting, because this show deserved every bit of it. It was that bad. It was horrible. It was trash. It was garbage. And you deserve better. You should demand better. You should demand better. If I was to give this show a grade, give it a D+. D+. The only reason why it's a D+ and not a D or an F is because they gave Strowman the championship and I liked Naomi and Bayley. That is the plus. Literally, that is the plus. Strowman being champ and Bayley and Naomi's segment. If those segments did not happen, this would be a D or an F. I want to see someone find me on YouTube or somewhere on the internet, someone who thought this show was good. I need to see it. I need to believe it because I need to see what people are saying about it. Don't find me someone that's just like, I don't care, it's whatever. No, don't find me a nonchalant, jaded wrestling fan. Find me someone who actually believes that this is a good show. So I can see them, meet them, and listen to them in awe. Not because they can't feel that way. I just don't believe anyone would love an episode like this. And I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, Lord. Thank you guys for watching. I need to get that off my chest. So this is going to be the final review of January. We are now heading into February. Starting tomorrow, if you entered the Royal Rumble contest and you are one of the winners, let's just look at them real quickly. So once again, of course, let's give a quick shout out to my girl Alicia Toot. If you have not seen my review with her, check her out. She's awesome. It is on YouTube right now. Please give her a look. I would love to get feedback on the interview queen. Also, if you are the following, number 16 and 17, you have won the 2020 Royal Rumble contest. That means you get the opportunity to choose a video topic to discuss. Starting tomorrow, I will begin doing those requests. So send them in, email them to my page. Do not comment here on my YouTube page. Email them to me. Email them to, well, let's take a look. Email them to, first I'll buy the Deluxe Man t-shirt or whatever t-shirt you want. Alyx's World. Just Alyx's World at gmail.com. Of course, give me a follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Super Chat, and buy yourself a t-shirt. Why don't you? But I just want to make sure that we got all of that news out. Love you all. Thank you for making me a part of your day, and I hope you guys have a great day. This is Alyx, just Alyx, signing off. Hopefully, with a better attitude next time you see him here. You guys take care, and have a great Friday night. Peace.